Welcome back, everybody. Richard coming back at you again today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It is a beautiful Monday out here. The sun is shining. You know we're at the top of a mountain. We're feeling good. Spreading avalanches of prosperity and abundance your way as we kick off another beautiful week. And what we're going to be talking about is why it's important for you to have the imagination and visualization skills of a child in creating the life that you want. And so to preface the reason why it's important, we're going to talk about a book called Think and Grow Rich. For those of you that have not read Think and Grow Rich or have never heard of Think and Grow Rich, it was written by one of the founding fathers of personal development, Napoleon Hill. Now, Napoleon Hill, at the turn of the century, 1900 that is, was commissioned by the most successful person at the time, Andrew Carnegie, to study other pioneers at that time and figure out what made them successful. What was the difference between somebody who had achieved super success, was extremely wealthy, compared to somebody who maybe didn't have any success, maybe was trying to reach that level of success but never could do it. And so he studied thousands of the world's most successful people like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie himself, Firestone, leaders of banking institutions, leaders in the political realm, all facets of success. And what his common denominator was and what he found out was that all of these people had one common trait. And that trait was the ability to visualize where they were going. They had the imagination of a child in creating what they wanted. And that's very important to understand. So you want to take a look at yourself and where you're at right now. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, it's very difficult for me to visualize where I want to be, or it's very tricky for me to imagine the possibility of where I could go in the future, it hasn't always been like that for you. When we were children, we had the ability to go within inside our own minds, no matter what we were doing, and create anything we wanted, whether it was playing Legos or playing with Hot Wheels or just playing outside with our friends and the floor was lava, right? When we were playing games like that, those games became real in our minds. Our imagination was so vivid that at that time, it was real. We were able to act things out. We were able to feel a certain way. We were able to feel as if what I'm doing right now is 100% in front of me, right? But over time, we start to lose this ability to visualize. We lose this ability to imagine. We start losing that childhood spirit that we came to this world equipped with. And what Napoleon Hill found was that these super successful people found a way to dig up that creativity, dig up that imagination, and dig up those visualization skills to ultimately put themselves into future instances that they would ultimately create. And so what they would do is they would go somewhere, be off by themselves, or put themselves in a meditative-like state where they were able to visualize that future that they wanted. They were able to visualize that success of their business. They were able to feel the feelings as if it was real. And soon what happened was it became real. And so that was the technique that Napoleon Hill found was so profound and so real and so out there that the average everyday person didn't once think that if they had done that same technique, they would get that same level of success. And so I challenge you to, if you're somebody who isn't good at visualization or using your imagination or creativity skills to close your eyes and envision where you want to be and ultimately feel it, I was there as well. When I first started doing visualization techniques and I started thinking about where I wanted to be, it was very difficult for me in my mind to paint that image when I closed my eyes and put myself in a meditative-like state and use my imagination to create ultimately where I wanted to go. But here's what I'll tell you is that you start small, you start with where you're at. You start with 30 seconds a day, a minute a day, 5 minutes a day, however long you can go into this trance-like state, you want to do it. And not only do you want to do it once, you want to do it at least 2 times a day, every single day until you get to ultimately where you want to be. And that's what made these super successful people super successful, is that they went into these meditative-like states as much as they possibly could. They did it as soon as they woke up in the morning. They were working with their brain waves at the time to ultimately ingrain that vision in their mind. And then they ultimately did it before they went to sleep at night, because again, they were working with their brain and using the waves of their brain to ultimately implant that image that they saw for themselves in their mind to ultimately have that vision of where they were going, which in turn created everything else. It created the persistence, it created the desire, it made everything that they wanted real. It felt like as if I already have it. And what we keep talking about is if you feel like you already have it, and you feel like that's it, I'm already there, it comes to you faster than you can ever imagine. And that's something that Napoleon Hill taught in this book, was if you can use your imagination to create a world of what you are ultimately wanting to become, and you feel as if you already have it, and you do that as much as you possibly can, at least twice a day, eventually you're going to become that thing. So I challenge you to start digging into your imagination, start digging into your creativity, start digging into your visualization, and ultimately become that child that you came to the world as. Because if you do that, you can start creating anything that you want in your life, because ultimately you deserve it, right? And so I couldn't be more thankful for learning this information, because things in my life are happening extremely fast. The YouTube channel is blowing up. The support that I'm getting is unbelievable. Public speaking, I've been able to create public speaking in my life within 2 months. And when you start to use these techniques, you start to understand that you really control your destiny. And I challenge you to start controlling your destiny, because you deserve it. You are powerful. You are abundant. You ultimately deserve to live the life that you want to live, right? So if this video helps you, of course, drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't, right there. Subscription button right there. You want to subscribe, of course. Turn on the bell notification, and turning on the bell notification, you will be notified every single time we post new video. Of course, we post new video every Monday and Wednesday, and the video is, of course, prefaced on the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Real Rick Doyle. Also like that page as well, as there's some daily motivation to keep you having that high vibration and keeping your mindset where it needs to be, and ultimately creating that life that you want. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I hope you have a blessed and prosperous week. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support, and take care.